Oh, come here. Oh, right there. There it is.
Let's go.
No, let me check.
I bet I did. I was like, Emily got it.
There's Debbie Downer up there.
Debbie Downer? Are you Debbie Downer up there?
Giant shout.
All right, guys. Play hard.
Are we home or what?
Gotta get the gun out.
Yeah.
Really high steps for me, but short legs.
Afterwards. Top 12 guys. Anyway,
If you don't mind, yeah, be real quick. Thanks so much.
I don't even saw the other team fucking on this game. Punch in the face and stuff. Just automatic skate. It's not yet. You guys are more than welcome to come is that last part, shake your hand. Humans were not, everyone was just been unified by love and small stuff. Now that being said, those guys got all this stuff before. I think he's sitting there for
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Prune Packer Baseball. Before we introduce the starting lineups and have our national anthem, I want to take this moment to invite Emery Fogel from Black Iron. His dad works for Ronnie Black. Emery is 9 years old. He's going to be heading to Brooks Elementary School in Windsor next year. And Emery is going to be throwing out the first pitch. And there goes Blake McDonald, going to be the catcher. Emery Fogel from Black Iron going to start the first pitch. Emery, whenever you're ready. It all works, Emery. 9 years old, Emery from heading off to Brooks Elementary next year. We'll talk a little bit more about Ronnie Black and Black Iron. But first, on behalf of the historic Healdsburg Prune Packers and Recreation Park, we welcome you to Art McCaffrey Field and to the Clarence Rodamera Stadium here in Healdsburg. Tonight, we once again welcome the San Francisco Seals taking on our Healdsburg Prune Packers. Starting lineup for both teams, starting with the Seals from the College of Marin, third baseman, number 10, Jake Ferguson. From Oklahoma Wesleyan, shortstop, number 4, Derek Sims. From San Francisco State University, left fielder, number 47, Falcon Magana. From East New Mexico, first baseman, number 23, Kian Johnson. From Shippensburg University, right fielder, number 0, Jafari Williams. From Fairmont State, catcher, number 32, Caden Sikowski. From Chapman University, center fielder, number 20, Jake Moore. From Dartmouth, DH, number 16, Zachary Casebaum. From Grambling University, second base, number 36, Jameer Gibson. And on the mound pitching from Adams State, number 15, CJ Pino. The Seals of San Francisco. Now the starting lineup for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. From UC Santa Barbara, right fielder, number 11, Jared Sundstrom. From UC Santa Barbara, shortstop, number 4, Jonah Sebring. From the University of Missouri, first baseman, number 33, Torrin Montgomery. From Cal State Northridge, third baseman, number 6, Joe Kramer. From the University of New Mexico, left fielder, number 15, Raiden Runyon. From Portland University, DH, number 2, Sam Brown. From the University of Texas, catcher, number 8, Kimball Schutzler. From Portland University, center fielder, number 1, Jake Holcroft. From Texas Tech, second baseman, number 12, Zach Bulovich. And out of out pitching from University of Pacific, number 28, Elijah Birdsong, Healdsburg Prune Packers. Now, if you all please rise for the singing of the national anthem, Stephen Kent tonight. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Great job, Stephen. Stephen Kent will be performing August 27th at the Raven Performing Arts Theater. Cash and King, singer, songwriter, international recording artist Stephen Kent brings the music of Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley back to the stage in this unique concert experience. August 27th, Stephen Kent, he joined us tonight. Glad to have him.
It's Friday night here at historic Rec Park in Healdsburg, California, as the Prune Packers return to action after last night's cancellation against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Tonight, your 15-3 Prune Packers take on the 8-10-1 San Francisco Seals. Hello and welcome to the broadcast, everybody. I'm Hayden Weber alongside Andy Campbell. And Andy, the Prune Packers have been red hot at home this year. They're 10-1. They're winners of 7 straight here in front of the home crowd. How fun has this team been to watch here at home?
Oh, it makes our job certainly easier when we get to broadcast with this fantastic team. Honestly, there's not much else to say. They've just been looking great out there.
Absolutely, and here's the defensive alignment for head coach Joey Gomes and your Prune Packers. Left to right in the outfield, it'll be Braden Runyon, Jake Holcroft, Jared Sundstrom, third to first on the infield. Joe Kramer at third, Jonah Sebring over at short, Zach Vuletich getting the start over at second, with Torrin Montgomery over at first base. Doing the catching for Elijah Birdsong on the mound is Kimball Schusler. And we are just moments away from first pitch on a beautiful Friday night here in Healdsburg, California. Stepping in for the San Francisco Seals is the third baseman Jake Ferguson, who takes a fastball in for strike one.
Birdsong's been looking great this year. Only 1 earned run in 9 innings pitched. Looking to continue that here at the start of this game.
Elijah Birdsong has just looked absolutely fantastic this season for the Packers. He's made 3 appearances this year, and 2 of those have come, 1 of those out of the bullpen, 2 of those have been starts, and really no matter where Coach Gomes has plugged him in, he's just looked absolutely fantastic, racks up a lot of strikeouts, doesn't give up a lot of hits, and quite frankly, I think he's looked like potentially an ace of staff here so far in the first month of the season.
So far, so good here for Birdsong. That versatility, as you mentioned, being able to come in different times of the game, still be able to perform.
Hit over to second, fielded by Vuletich. Throw to first in time.
Wesley and shortstop, number 4, Derek Sims.
Here's the shortstop, Derek Sims for San Francisco. Elijah Birdsong features a nice array of pitches. He's Got electric stuff, brings high velo with upper 90s fastball. Also likes to sink that fastball and also has a nice slider that he can use to keep hitters off balance. And when I talked to Coach Gomes before the season, he said this is a guy who could very realistically have his name called in day 2 of the draft. So you're looking at a potential pro prospect right here. Obviously, most of the guys on this team are potential pro prospects, but Birdsong is, having just been a senior at the University of Pacific, that moment is coming up quickly for him.
He's a diamond in a sea of diamonds here at the Berg, but like you said, approaching that call time very quickly.
Falls behind on Derek Sims, 2-1 the count. Something I think Elijah does very well is just come out and set the tone. He did it in his first start of the season against Solano, pitched 4 shutout innings, and gets a swing and a miss there on the 2-1. And then had another really good start on June 17th against the Crawdads, giving up just 1 run in 3 innings pitched, and then came on in relief back on June 23rd. Struck out a couple of batters in 2 scoreless innings of work. This one hit hard over the glove of Vuletic and into center field for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting for San Francisco State, left fielder number 47, Falcon Magana.
And that pacing that you're talking about, Hayden, is very important. As a pitcher, you want to be the one to set the tone, not the batters in the box. And he does a great job at that.
So there's a base hit for Derek Sims. We'll bring up the left fielder, Falcon Magana. Getting the start at the 3 spot for the Seals, who sit at 8-10-1 on the season. They play in the BACL, that's the Bay Area Collegiate League. First pitch to Magana is in the dirt. Schussler has a throw over there at second, and it's late. Sims is in safely with the slide on the wild pitch.
And that was a play right there I didn't think would be even close, considering how long it took him to be able to get a hand on that and throw it over, but still almost got him. Very impressive effort there.
It's the fantastic defense we've come to see from Kimball back there. He can do it all for you. This one chopped foul to the left side. 1-1 the count.
And he's been a late addition here to this roster, but still find himself at a starting position. So this already fantastic Prune Packers team is just continuing to get more pieces to this puzzle for this title defense here.
Yeah, and for the first couple weeks, this roster was very much in flux. Lots of guys coming in, coming out. This one gets to the backstop, and it takes a nasty hop over there down the first base line. So Sims gets to third, thanks to back-to-back wild pitches.
That can definitely be a struggle there as a pitcher. Performing very well, but just 2 pitches can all be what it takes to have a runner most likely potentially scored here.
Birdsong comes set, 2-1 to Magana. There's a nice pitch that finds the outside corner for strike 2.
And so far, our home plate umpire been calling those corners rather consistently. We'll be looking for both pitching staffs to work east and west there in the zone.
Here's the 2-2. It's hit hard into left field for a base hit. It's an RBI single for Falcon Magana, and the Seals have an early 1-0 lead.
Batting from East New Mexico University, first base number 23, Kean Johnson.
And that's just the type of hit you're looking for with a runner on third base. Hit behind him, pulled hard, no play on it, and being able to score the run there. Very crucial first lead here for the Seals.
Here's the cleanup hitter and the first baseman, Kean Johnson, for San Francisco. Looked like a sinker that just ran inside for ball 1. It's nice to have a sinker ball and a good one at your disposal, because when you allow runners to reach base, and we've seen this at a lot of times with Sam Stoutenborough, another Packers pitcher who happens to have a sinker in his repertoire. You can go to that sinker, gets a lot of ground ball outs, so you can get a lot of double plays to get yourself out of jams.
It's a type of pitch that generates ground balls for sure, as it sort of dips right at the end. Batter's hitting the top half of the ball. Great for double plays in situations like this.
2-0 on the way. Runs inside for ball 3. Birdsong having some command issues early on here in the first. He's uncorked a couple of wild pitches. Gotten behind on batters, and he's down 3 balls, no strikes. Gets a strike there. 3-1 the count.
With the 3-0 count, definitely a pitch he has to challenge on, even with the cleanup hitter. Can't risk another base runner here.
Swing and a miss.
He started off this at-bat 3-0, now working his way back into it. Very important, especially with a cleanup hitter here.
Johnson works the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch, and he hits it hard to the left side, and it's going to get into left field for a base hit. Runyon can't come up with it cleanly. Throw to third is airmailed over the head of Kramer. So both runners advance, and the Seals have runners on second and third with 1 out.
Back next from Shippensburg University, right fielder number 0, Jafari Williams.
Runyon not able to get a glove on it, and when he saw the runner going, the runner did the exact right thing because he forced a rush throw there, allowing both runners to advance, and now 2 runners scoring position with 1 out.
It'll most certainly be an E7 on Runyon out there. Here's the right fielder, Jafari Williams. A couple of ducks on the pond here. First pitch chops it foul, back to the screen.
Just when it hits the side.
See the white line, Billy? See the white line?
Like if it goes off to the side somewhere and it's going past.
Seals have seen the Packers once this season. Packers beat them 5-0 on opening day, and this one runs in and drills Williams to load up the bases.
Coming from Fairmont State, catcher number 32, Caden Sikowski.
Well, Birdsong's consistently missed in so far. And that one ran a little too far inside.
He's been trying to jam up these middle of the order power hitters here, and so far to no success. Does set up the force there with that beam.
Yeah, double play still in order, force out at any base. Magana at third, Johnson at second, Williams at first. 1 down in the inning, 1-0 Seals. First pitch is driven to right field, coming in as Sundstrom. He's got it. They're going to bring home Magana. Here's the throw, and it's offline. Magana scores safely with the slide, and it's 2-0 Seals.
Next from Chapman University, center fielder number 20, Jake Moore.
They scored a run there, but I'm sure Birdsong's happy with that out. It was a fair trade. Looking to stop the bleeding early, and that's an important out to do so.
Takes opportunity to tip our cap to our ball boy today, Jacob Wood. Good job, Jacob.
So that was Caden Sikowski with the RBI sac fly for San Francisco. And that'll bring up Jake Moore, the center fielder. Seals looking to add to this lead. Got 2 home in the inning. And Birdsong off to a bit of a rocky start. It was an interesting little play as Williams kind of drifted a little too far off first base. We've seen Schussler try to get a pickoff a couple of times this year.
It's an unusual situation to see them try to pick off the lead runner, but when he's taking that big of a lead, just not able to keep the ball low enough to apply a tag quick enough.
That one finds the outside corner for strike 2. So Birdsong going right after Jake Moore. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Kean Johnson's at second, Jafari Williams at first. 2 down in the inning. Here's the pitch. It goes way outside and gets past the glove of Schuessler. And once again, both Seals will advance without a throw.
3 wild pitches there, already 4 bases given just from wild pitches alone.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Here's the pitch to Moore. Chops it foul down the right side. So in the BACL, the Seals play against the Menlo Park Legends, who we've seen plenty of this year, and then the West Coast Kings, who will play later on this season. And that one's going to find the zone for a call at third strike. Birdsong strands 2, but the Seals get 2 home in the top of the first. Let's see how the Packers respond coming up after the break.
The bottom of the first inning for the Prune Packers from UC Santa Barbara, right fielder number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the first inning, and the Packers facing an early 2-0 deficit against the San Francisco Seals here at Rec Park on this beautiful Friday night for baseball. Set to lead it off for the Packers is the CCL leader in home runs. It's Jared Sundstrom. Led off Tuesday's ball game with the solo shot against the Lincoln Potters.
And he's not one to shy away of getting his team back in games. We've seen multiple first at bat in the leadoff position, pulling the ball, great home runs.
And he'll face the righty CJ Pino getting the start for the Seals. He's out of Adams State University. Went to Mission High School and makes his home in San Francisco. Here's the 1-1 to Sundstrom. And he takes low for ball 2. Sundstrom also leads the team in hits with 25. Two one on the way. Another one misses low. 3-1 the count. Sundstrom gets on base at a 444 clip. 3-1. Fouls it off the tip of his bat. And the count is 3-2.
That's a pitcher's pitch right there. Probably one that should have been laid off of, but we'll see what he can do with a full count here.
Here's the payoff pitch to Sundstrom. Pops it up to the right side. And it's caught over there. First base by Kean Johnson for the first out.
Next from UC Santa Barbara, shortstop, number 4, Jonah Sebring.
No leadoff magic for Sundstrom in this game.
Seals definitely did their homework there with working the strike zone high, trying to generate a pop fly with this big power bat and able to get that first out secured.
Here's the shortstop, Jonah Sebring, who has just continued his red-hot stretch at the plate. 6 straight games with a base hit.
And he's been generating a lot of full counts, high pitch counts at a great clip. I was talking to him earlier before the game. He says one thing he takes into each approach is recognizing what situation he's in the pitch count, knowing what sort of pitches he's most likely to see. For example, he mentioned a 2-0 count, more likely to see a fastball as they try to get that first strike across, and just has a great eye, always able to find the ball with the bat there.
Very smart hitter. Hits it hard but foul to the left side. 2-2 the count. Four of those, let's see. 4 of the 6 games have been multi-hit games, and he had a stretch earlier this season where he had reached safely in, I believe, 8 straight at-bats. That was last weekend. He was one of those late roster additions that's come on and been a really nice spark plug at the top of the order. Here's the payoff pitch, and he drives it out to center field. Going back is Moore, and it is over his head. It's into the ivy. Sebring's not going to stop at second. He's headed for third, and he's in standing up with a 1-out triple.
Dominating University of Missouri, first baseman, number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
That ball was dead center right there, right into the ivy. I would say a lucky bounce, being able to still be in play and being able to extend that from a ground rule double to a full-on triple right there.
Well, I was wondering if we were going to have another ivy debacle back last Sunday. Blake McDonald hit one right into the ivy. The Menlo Park player threw his hands up in center field and winded up not getting credit for the ground rule double, so it turned into an inside the park home run. Not the case there, as Torrin Montgomery steps up to the plate, playing in his second game with the Packers this season.
And it's only the second one here, but he's already earned himself a 3-spot. Joey Gomes knows what sort of talent he has here and knows where he wants to put him in the order. Great addition, great late addition here for the Packers.
Well, Montgomery is no stranger to Healdsburg. Played here last year, hitting .355 with 9 home runs. He was a big part of that championship squad last season and wound up having a really nice year at Mizzou in the SEC. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at third, RBI chance. And he fouls it off to the left side. Montgomery was 1 for 5 against the Potters on Tuesday. So looking for his first ribby of the season.
Not the hottest start, but as you mentioned, here's a chance to turn it around and get a run on the board.
Another patient at bat from the Packers. And Montgomery is the second Packer to run the count full against Pino here in the first.
This is definitely something Joey Gomes takes pride in, extending these at-bats, having smart hitters in the lineup.
And Montgomery works the walk, so the Packers will have runners at the corners and one out for Joe Kramer. Here's the first pitch to Kramer. Comes up empty with a big rip for strike one.
He's been hitting fantastically this year. Here's another opportunity. He sees many here, batting cleanup. To try to get some RBIs as there's a pickoff attempt there at first.
Kramer's average up to 407. About a month into the season and had a home run and a couple driven in yesterday. Check that on Tuesday. As he fouls off the 0-1 back behind the screen for strike two. You'll notice the absence of Blake Burke in the lineup. He's getting an off day. Opportunity for more guys to step up and chance for Kramer to pad his RBI count. Lays off the 0-2 in the dirt. Nice block back there by Sikowski.
Having such a dense roster of guys definitely helps when you're able to let some of your regular starters take a day off, take a breather, be able to get their best performance out of them.
Another pickoff move over there to first. And Montgomery's back in safely.
With a runner on third, not a bad time to take an extra step there at first.
And the runner's going to take off. And Montgomery is in with the slide.
Case in point, extending that lead, being able to recognize a ball in the dirt and taking off. Doesn't even get a throw over.
Montgomery at second, Sebring at third. One down in the inning. The Packers are down 2-0 here in the early going. Base hit from Kramer could change all that.
With no force play here after that steal, big opportunity here.
Swing and a miss. Kramer drops down to an E. That's the second out of the inning.
Mexico left fielder, number 15, Braden Runyon.
Runyon coming off a 3-walk game on Wednesday and seeing the ball great. We'll see if he can continue that trend this game.
It's a great point. He's had fantastic strike zone organization. As there's a pitch in the dirt, and Sikowski lost it for just a second, but found it quick enough to keep Sebring over there at third. The 3 walks in the ball game on Tuesday were the most he's had in a game all season. And he drives this one to left field. Back it goes. It is out of here. Braden Runyon gives the Packers the lead with one swing of the bat. It's his 5th of the year, and it's 3-2 Packers.
Number 2, Sam Brown.
Joe Kramer, one of the better hitters there, wasn't able to capitalize, but when you have a lineup this deep, there's always the next guy. Case in point right there, a 2-run shot to 3-run shot. Tie that game, take the lead.
That's what Braden Runyon can do for you. Those 3 RBIs gets him up to 19 on the season. And he is really starting to heat up, and that is a big right-handed power bat you get in the lineup when he gets going. Here's Sam Brown, the DH. He's
Just
behind 0-2.
fantastic home run capability all throughout the lineup. It makes it really hard for the opposing team pitching staff never being able to take the easy walk, get to the next batter because the next one's just as good.
Good take for Sam Brown. Well, here's a guy who came into this season, was kind of in the 4 or 5 spot, middle of the order, and he's kind of struggled so far, but once he breaks out, this is going to be a really nice left-handed power bat you get going. And he's a guy you can sandwich in between, maybe Runyon and Kramer, and that's the thing is you got a lot of disparity, right-hand, left-handed hitters, not too heavy in one direction. Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss in the dirt. Not before Braden Runyon gets a 3-run shot to give the Packers the lead. It's 3-2. We head to the second after the break.
Fabricating and installing fencing and gates and railings and specialty products, metal castings, site amenities. Their work is original. It's original ironwork designs. One of the best, Ronnie Black and his company, Black Iron, and his person who works with it, son, Emery Fogel, throughout the first pitch today. So it's great to have our featured sponsor, Black Iron, here tonight. Top of the second inning for the Seals. From Dartmouth, DH number 16, Zachary Casabone.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. The Packers have a 3-2 lead on the San Francisco Seals here in the top of the second. And the designated hitter, Zachary Casabone, to lead it off against Elijah Birdsong, who's looking for a bounce-back inning.
I told him.
And this one runs inside and clips Casabone on the leg. One pitch and one runner on for the Seals.
Second base number 36, Jameer Gibson.
So far, Birdsong having some trouble finding that inside part of the zone, as you mentioned earlier, Hayden, but one of the benefits of being on the mound with the Prune Packers is that you always know that your offense has your back, being able to come in relaxed. We'll see if he can have a turnaround, as you mentioned, for the second inning. Not off to the greatest start, but still got that sinker ball. We'll look for a double play situation here.
Here's the second baseman, Jameer Gibson, the 9-hole hitter. You'd figure this would be a good double play candidate right here. Because after that, the lineup flips over with the leadoff man, Jake Ferguson, on deck. Birdsong is consistently missing inside to righties, outside to lefties, as his pitches are just kind of tailing into the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 2-0. There's another one right there.
And it can be a release problem, I find, not being able to hold on to it as long as you'd like. As a righty, just not being able to find that outside part of the plate for this lefty batter here.
And this one misses just a bit off the plate inside. It's a 4-pitch walk. And the first two have reached here in the top of the second for the Seals.
Jake Ferguson.
Struggling, finally able to get the ball into the zone and just not getting the call that he wanted there as it rides just a bit inside.
It's a borderline pitch for sure. 2 on, nobody out for Ferguson.
It can be a problem when you're that far behind in the count is that those 50-50 calls, whether they go your way or not, you're not looking to contest that highly in the zone.
The 1-0. Ferguson looks at a strike. Well, if he can just get that pitch to hit the inside corner to righties, he's going to jam a lot of guys in this game. We'll see a lot of ground balls when he's at his best. Here's the 1-1. And Ferguson just gets on top of it, fouling it back to the screen. Cassabone, the runner at second. Gibson over at first. Seals threatening once again here in the second. Birdsong fires. This one's hit into the shallow right field. Coming in is Sundstrom, and it's going to drop in front of him. They're going to hold the runner at third, and the Seals have loaded up the bases with nobody out.
Wesleyan shortstop number 4, Derek Sims.
Birdsong getting into some jams early here. Still no outs recorded in the top of the second.
This is a great opportunity to show your mettle. It's once again a tough situation. Birdsong stranded 2 back in the first, so we know he can get himself out of it. Here's Derek Sims with the bases full. And the first pitch rides way inside, nearly hit his third batter of the ball game, but Sims dances away, and the count is 1-0. Sims hits it hard, fielded over there by Sebring at short. They've got one at second. Return to first is not in time. Well, a run scores, and the Seals tie it up at 3, but Sebring, check that, Birdsong gets a very important first down.
Sebring doing all the right things there, but just not able to get that runner at first. A very important double play it would have been, is now the sacrifice still could be in order.
Runners at the corners and 1 out for Falcon Magana. Foul tips the first pitch into the mid of Schussler for strike 1. There's a really close play over there at first. It was nearly a double play. A really nice play by Sebring over there at short, moving to his right, and to make an off-balance throw to second to even get 1 out. There's the 0-1, and Magana hits it hard. A diving attempt over there at third by Kramer, but it scoots into left field, and the Seals have regained the lead. It's 4-3.
Back from east New Mexico, first baseman number 23, Kean Johnson.
It's been a tough start here for Birdsong, but Joey Gomes, he puts a lot of faith, a lot of trust. It's just early in the game. He knows what this guy's capable of. He has the confidence. Birdsong has the confidence. He knows he's a great pitcher out there, and he's looking to turn things around here.
2 on, 1 out for Kean Johnson. First pitch rides inside. Schussler thought about another back pick at first, but lost the handle.
Tough luck with the transfer there, not able to get a solid grip from the glove to the hand, but luckily no runners advance, as that has been a problem so far early for the Prune Packers.
Foul tip back into the mid of Schussler for strike 2.
And Schussler so far doing a great job of getting these foul tips. It's obviously not that important because it would be in foul play, but it can make a difference between a punch out and a battle As we'll see if that comes into effect here with 2 strikes on him.
Birdsong comes set, fires, and misses low and away for ball 1. This is not the first time the Packers have fallen behind this season. They've been in multiple games where there have been multiple lead changes as Birdsong gets a big second out. He punches out Johnson for out number 2.
Diabetic from Shippensburg University, Pennsylvania, right fielder number 0, Jafari Williams.
And some teams can hold the lead but have trouble climbing back. This is definitely not one of those teams. Always finding ways to generate runs no matter the situation. I think a lot of that has to do with the confidence, knowing what they're capable of, knowing how elite this offense is, and always staying in games.
Birdsong looking to strand 2 more here in the second. He's given up 2 runs for the second straight inning. And he gets ahead on Jafari Williams, no balls, 2 strikes.
And he's been giving up some runs here, but he's definitely been stopping the bleeding early, not letting too many go, but looking to change.
Swing and a miss. Birdsong puts down Williams on 3 pitches, strands 2 more, but gives the lead right back. It's 4-3 Seals. Let's see how the Packers respond in the bottom of the second, coming up after the break.
The first college baseball game ever played, Amherst defeated Williams College 73-32. First college game, 1859. Bottom of the second inning for the Prune Packers from the University of Texas, pitcher number 8, Kimball Schuessler.
Kimball Schuessler to lead it off for the Packers here in the bottom of the second against the Seals. They're down 4-3. And they got down by 2 runs in the top half. 3-run shot from Runyon got the lead right back, and then another tough inning for Elijah Birdsong has allowed the Seals to regain the lead in the top of the second.
Another late roster addition here in the form of Kimball. Him and Montgomery getting the start here.
1 ball, 1 strike on Schuessler. This is something that happened in the ball game on Tuesday, is that the Packers got down early against the Potters. We had a big first inning against Caden Noah, and the story of that game was the amount of runners stranded on base. As here's we lost track of the count. Schuessler goes down on strikes, and that'll give way to Jake Holcroft.
Jake with a lot of lead-off and 2-spot games early in this season, now finding himself towards the bottom of the order. We've talked about the benefits of having that contact, that speed.
Gives it a ride out to right field, going back near the wall. It is a leaping grab, and he can't make it. It goes over the wall, off his glove. You got to be kidding me. That's the second time that's happened this year off the bat of Jake Holcroft. And this game's tied up at 4. How about that?
Second baseman, number 12, Zach Ritovich.
Yet again, showing that benefit of having someone like that near the bottom of the order, and here doing the exact same thing that he's done previously this year, which is a hard hit ball just able to squeak out for a home run.
It's the second of the year for Holcroft. Here's Zach Vuletich, the 9-hole hitter, getting the start at second. Pops one up on the infield. Pino calling everyone off. He makes the grab.
Top of the University of Santa Barbara right fielder, number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
Packers once again tie this ball game up. Here's Jared Sundstrom.
Sundstrom, a great at-bat to have here with 2 outs.
A lot of action in the early going. We've had a lot of barn burners in the last couple of weeks, and funny enough, most of them have come against non-league opponents. Both walk-off wins this year have come against the Novato Knicks and then the Menlo Park Legends. Neither team being in the CCL.
You look at the record of a team like the Prune Packers, you might be assuming a lot of blowouts, but we have had a lot of contested games recently. But I think the perseverance of still being able to find wins in these contested games has been to great advantage of the Prune Packers.
Can win in a lot of different ways. They can outslug you. They can outpitch you. Here's the 2-2 to Sundstrom. Fouls it back to the screen. Coming into this game, the Packers had hit 26 home runs as a team. With 2 already in this game, they add to that number. They've got 28. And that mark is best in the CCL.
They're on top for a reason, that's for sure.
And they're not even completely reliant on the long ball. Here's the payoff pitch to Sundstrom, and he hits it hard out to left field. Moving over there is Magana, and he makes the play moving to his right. But not before Jake Holcroft ties it up with a solo shot. It's 4-4. We head to the third right after the break.
Turn the clock back to the fall of 1991. Ronnie Black, member of the Hillsburg First NCS Championship football team. Ronnie Black was a member of that team in 1991. He was Greyhound Back of the Year. He also won the prestigious YOLO Captain's Award back then. Ronnie's roots run deep here in Healdsburg. Of course, many of those games are played right here at Recreation Park. Black Iron, Ronnie Black. Great memories on this beautiful field. Ronnie Black, Black Iron. Great job, great memories. Thank you, Ronnie. For the Seals from Fairmont State catcher, number 32, Kaden Sikowski.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. And so far, we've got a real good game here between the Prune Packers and the San Francisco Seals. They are all tied up at 4 in the top of the third.
There's been a lot of back and forth early for sure, Hayden.
Neither team has been able to hold a lead so far, as lead has changed hands quite a few times here in the early going.
That it has. Birdsong looking to change the tides of this game here. Has had some struggles early on the mound, but a shutout inning here would do great things for the Packers.
It looks like he's starting to find his groove. He's ahead 0-2 on Caden Sikowski after striking out Kean Johnson and Jafari Williams to end the second. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's 3 in a row for Birdsong. It's his 4th of the ball game, and he's starting to feel himself now.
That he is, Hayden. That's the way to turn a new leaf, if you will. No better way than a 3-pitch strikeout like that.
He was able to get Williams on 3 straight back in the second. And jumps ahead 0-1 on Jake Moore.
And so far, when he's had his stuff, as he said. 2 3-pitch Ks, but he's looking for some more consistency as he continues to start.
There's a beautiful pitch on the outside corner for strike 2.
And this is a great time to start pounding the zone. Some of these batters saw a lot of balls their first time through. It can be an adjustment after you're sitting on the same pitcher and they come back firing as he is now, making that adjustment.
Moore skies it foul to the right side. Well, whatever adjustment he's made, it's worked, because he is throwing nothing but strikes right now and mostly getting lots of swings and misses. As the 0-2 rides inside. 1-2 the count. That looked like a slider that went a little too far low and outside. 2-2 to Moore.
He's got an arsenal of pitches so far, finding most success with his fastball, sinker.
Swing and a miss. Birdsong has got it going. That's 4 straight strikeouts.
Number 16,
And
Casabo.
he's got his total up to 5 in the ball game. And he's 1 out away from getting his first 1-2-3 inning. Casabone was hit by a pitch and scored back in the second. Swings through a slider there, and Birdsong gets ahead 0-1.
So far, a fantastic inning of pitching here for Birdsong. This is the sort of team that will be able to ride this sort of momentum into the bats as well. And this is just what the Packers needed to try to surge ahead here, try to start to stack on a lead.
Quickly ahead 0-2. This is more or less the Birdsong we've seen in his first 3 outings. See if he can K the side, and yes, he does. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Birdsong in the third. We remain tied at 4. Bottom half coming up after the break.
July 1st, 1916. 1960, at the age of 42 years and 4 months, the great Honus Wagner becomes the oldest player to hit an inside-the-park home run. Of course, just a few years ago, a Honus Wagner baseball card sold for $3.8 million. So Honus Wagner, 1916. the third inning for the Pre-Packers from UC Santa Barbara shortstop, number 4, Jenna Sebring.
Jonah Sebring set to lead off for the Packers in the bottom of the third. We're all tied up at 4 in this back and forth contest, and we've had our first scoreless half inning of the ball game after Elijah Birdsong punched out the Seals in order.
Fantastic change of pace there from Birdsong. Now the Packers looking to find a lead. And Sebring's a great choice to do so. And seeing the ball fantastically, leads the team in stolen bases. So there's always the threat of having a runner in scoring position.
One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. Took a big rip at that one and came up empty as the count goes to 1-2
on that one for sure, and didn't have his head quite on it, but now looking to make an adjustment here.
Sebring is a high energy guy. You see it in the way he plays defense and takes his at bats. He's pretty animated out there. Just a fun player to watch.
Pride in is that patience that he has at the plate.
Chops it over to second, throw to first. Is in time for out number 1.
Missouri. First base at number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
Here's Torrin Montgomery, who walked back in the first. He came around to score on the 3-run shot from Braden Runyon.
The inning's early here, but a lot of balls in the dirt here from the Seals starter. You see how he tries to change his release to get some more strikes here.
Montgomery rips one into left center field, and it's caught out there by Moore for out number 2.
Batting next from Cal State Northridge, third baseman, number 6, Joe Kramer.
The best make it look easy out there, especially in the outfield. A difficult cross-body catch for the righty there, but we get a glove on it.
How much of a factor is the sun right now? It's, let's see, 7 o'clock, sun maybe starting to set out there in left field. Do you think it has a bigger impact on the left or on the infielders or the outfielders?
I would say the outfielders, but also the first baseman for sure. Having to play in that sun, trying to extend that glove out, but still blocking your eyes from the sun there.
One to Kramer. Did not check his swing in time. They appealed to first. The umpire said he went around.
Not the call you want with a strike on. Now he finds himself 0-2.
Pino looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. So after a whole lot of offense in the first 2, the pitchers starting to settle in here in the third. And Kramer hits it hard out into left field for a 2-out base knock.
Coming, University of New Mexico left fielder number 15, Braden Runyon.
I gotta say, of all the guys in this lineup, when Joe Kramer gets a hold of one. You know he does from the sound off the bat as the pickoff throw over to first gets away. And Kramer is awarded second.
He's got a high batting average, and with these good pitchers that we have today, it certainly helps to extend innings with his 2 outs, and now he finds himself in scoring position for another great bat in Brandon Runyon with a 3-run shot earlier in the first.
Now a runner in scoring position for Runyon. Hit into the outfield could give the Packers the lead. Runyon really likes sitting here at home. As 4 of his 5 homers have come right here. Check that, 3 of his 5 have come here at Rec Park. Good take. Lays off a pitch in the dirt.
And it depends on the hitter for sure, but a lot of guys prefer the comfort of their own home ballpark. Knows exactly where the sun is, how the dirt feels underneath their feet, being able to square up and find the spot they want just right.
This is a fantastic hitter's park. You've got the short wall in left field. Got a nice batter's eye out there in center. Swing and a miss. And a whole lot of room in the power alleys and right and left center. I mean, it's got to be, what, 420 plus feet out there to the scoreboard?
Something around those lines. Can be quite a throw, quite a run for the center fielder out there. Certainly a ballpark that's advantageous to the players who play here. Especially ones that can hit it as hard and as far.
Now you're looking at one of those guys at the plate. Runyon's got fantastic pull power to the left field side. He's yanked a couple of balls onto the street. One of those coming today. Here's the payoff pitch, and he hits it hard out to center field. Moore's moving to his left. He can't grab it. It gets away. A run will score. Runyon's not going to stop at second. He's headed for third, and he's in with an RBI triple. Packers get the lead back. It's 5-4.
Batting from Florida University, DH number 2, Sam Brown.
Sometimes the whole lineup doesn't have exactly what they're looking for, but Runyon here with 4 RBIs early saying, I've got you guys. Willing to carry the team here and secure the second lead that he's gotten for the Packers in this short 3-inning game.
That's 4 RBIs already for Runyon. And he's got 2 of the toughest legs of the cycle out of the way, a home run and a triple.
But he does, getting both of them early, sitting on that breaking ball and being able to take it quite far as Brown finds himself down 0-2.
It's another 2-out rally for the Packers. Something they do really well is stringing 2-out hits together as Brown chops it over to first base. Johnson Fields steps on the bag in time. But Braden Runyon comes up again and gives the Packers a 5-4 lead. We've got the 4th inning coming up after the break.
The Chicago White Sox and scheduled to bat second in the White Sox order. 2016 pre-packer Andrew Vaughn. Andrew Vaughn is going to be playing tonight in San Francisco. Great memories of Andrew playing right here, Rec Park, 2016. Brought out to Cal and now the White Sox. Tip of the cap to Andrew and his whole family. Hope they do well tonight, although we want the Giants to win. Going to pitch for the Prune Packers, UC Berkeley, number 16, Christian Becerra. Seals from Grambling. Second base number 36, Jameer Gibson.
New pitcher on for your Prune Packers here in the fourth is the righty Christian Becerra out of UC Berkeley. And he will face Jameer Gibson, the 9-1-2 of the San Francisco Seals lineup.
Birdsong with some struggle controlling in this start, but able to end on a high note with that 3-up, 3-down inning. Packers elect to go with Becerra to continue this game, see if he can hold this lead here.
Yeah, despite the rocky start, like you mentioned, it was a fantastic finish for Birdsong to his outing. Punched out the final 5 batters he faced. So he'll be back soon and looking to ride some of that momentum into his next start. Christian Becerra behind 2-1 on Jameer Gibson. He's worked in 3 games this season. His best outing was his last time out last week on Wednesday against the Novato Knicks. He worked 2 1/3 scoreless in that game. And something Christian does very well is miss bats. He's punched out 10 batters in 6 1/3.
Having a strikeout relief guy here is something that is important to hold leads.
As Gibson fouls it out of the glove of Schussler. Becerra did start 1 game this season. That was against the Sonoma Stompers. And he ran into some trouble in that game. But ever since, he's looked really good. And punches out the first batter he sees for out number 1.
Third base number 10, Jake Ferguson.
Just the start you want as a reliever. You don't have as much time as, say, a starter to get your stuff rolling, and starting with a strikeout is a great way to test the waters of a batting order.
Here's Jake Ferguson. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Ferguson's 1 for 2. He singled back in the second. This one is fouled back near the on-deck circle. Derek Sims kind of had to duck out of the way of it, and it's 0-2. Christian Becerra's from the Los Angeles area, pitched at Harvard Westlake. He threw a complete game shutout against Jay Serra in the 2021 CIF championship game, and had a really nice start to his college career. Last season, he worked 9 scoreless innings to start his freshman year at Cal.
Becerra is a creature of habit when it comes to being on the mound, as you see each time does a little shimmy facing the batter before throwing it down.
Brings the high heat, blows away Ferguson. 2 up, 2 down, and 2 strikeouts.
Shortstop, number 4, Derek Sims.
So 7 straight Seals have been set down on strikes between Birdsong and Becerra. And it'll be up to the shortstop, Derek Sims, to see if he can break that trend.
Becerra picking up the torch that Birdsong lit as he continues to fire down and become a problem for this Seals team.
And Becerra is really bringing it. Blowing high fastballs right past these hitters. 0-1 the count. There's that shimmy you talk about. Goes right into the windup. There's another high heater. Sims can't check his swing, and it's 0-2.
And for some pitchers, routine is very important. It can come down to the very inch that their cleats are in the dirt, how much time they take between pitches, and it can benefit their consistency, I find.
Becerra looking to strike out the side. Fastball misses upstairs.
And he's been working upstairs a lot so far in this relief can be a great position for hitters to get the bat up quick and drive something, but when you got this sort of heat, it's very easy to blow it by before they can elevate their bat.
Breaking pitch. Misses down low for ball 2. On deck is the left fielder Falcon Magana, who's 2 for 2. 2-2 on the way. Popped up to the right side, shallow right field, and Vuletic has got it. Becerra works a 1-2-3 inning, gets a couple of strikeouts, and holds the lead. It's 5-4 Packers, bottom of the 4th coming up after the break.
Ronnie and his company join a growing list of sponsors who are all supporting this historic Healdsburg Pre-Packer team going back to 1921. We tip of our cap to not only Ronnie Black and Black Iron, but all of our 2022 sponsors. We thank them all. Thank you. Leading off, University of Texas, bottom of the 4th inning, catcher number 8, Kimball Schussler.
7-8-9 to get it started for the Packers here in the bottom of the 4th. Still with C.J. Pino on the mound for the Seals. And the Packers have scored in every inning so far. First pitch to Schussler is a swing and a miss.
When you have a team batting average as high as this one, that consistency is something that you see frequently. Being able to generate runs not just in 1 inning, 2 innings, but throughout the game. And that consistency, that constant offensive threat can really help them work themselves back into games.
And Schussler gets a hold of it, sends it to left field, coming in and not quite grabbing it as Magana. It rolls out of his glove. Schussler is going to be in at second with the slide for a leadoff double.
Center fielder number 1, Jake Holcroft.
That was a tough play out there for Falcon Magana. Had to come in on it. Made a diving attempt, but it just rolled out of his glove.
Some players, after taking that first step back, have to take a second to gauge how far they have to run in, and looked like just a second more and he would have been able to get a glove on that.
Holcroft homered his first time up. It was his second of the year. That's Jake's second of the week as well. And they came on very similar looking plays. Both times hitting off one of the outfielder's gloves and going over the fence. What are the odds?
We talk about consistency a lot. That's some consistency right there.
Here's the 1-1. Holcroft skies it out to center field. Moore is under it. He's got it. Schussler is going to try and advance on the throw, and he's in with the slide.
Down from Texas Tech, second baseman, number 12, Zach Vuletic.
Productive out for Holcroft gives way to Zach Vuletic, who who's got an RBI opportunity right here.
Vuletich doing a great spot here in the 9-hole, averaging 400 batting average in 6 games.
Pops the first pitch foul behind home plate. And Vuletich came into this game batting 400. Also has a home run and 6 driven in. 1-1 the count. Schussler over at third. Pino fires. And Vuletich drives one out to left center field. It is going to be caught out there by Moore. And it's deep enough to drive in a run. And it's 6-4 Packers.
Batting from UC Santa Barbara, right fielder, number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
That's what's so important about getting a runner in scoring position with no outs. 2 sacrifice flies is all it takes to get the run in, and they did it right there. So props to the Packers offense to extend this lead.
Sundstrom fouls the first pitch back to the screen. Well, Sundstrom has had a real knack for hitting with 2 outs. Comes into this game with 3 2-out home runs on the year. And the Packers have done a really nice job stringing together some rallies, and he hits it hard to the left side, and it's going to get through into the outfield for a 2-out knock.
Now batting from UC Santa Barbara, shortstop, number 4, Jonah Sebring.
He's just seeing the ball so great this year. He recognizes which balls he can take out of the park. He's recognizing which balls he can take the opposite way. He can pull. He's definitely swinging with power when he needs to, but also swinging with contact, getting hits to the pitch, not trying to force anything. Speaking of which, another great versatile hitter.
Sebring hits it into left field for a base hit. Sundstrom was off with the pitch, and he's going to be into third with the slide.
University of Missouri, first baseman, number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
Sebring able to follow in Sundstrom's footsteps there, get into that gap right between third and short.
And the Packers had 5 straight 2-out hits in the 6th on Tuesday. That was the second crazy 2-out rally of the week because they had 8 straight 2-out hits in the first inning on Sunday against Menlo Park. Sebring takes off with the pitch, and he's going to be in standing up. Should be stolen base number 10 on the year for Jonah.
That it is, always hungry, finally reaching double digits stolen bases here. He's got that plus speed, so not a lot of throws over either.
Sundstrom at third, Sebring at second. Montgomery is 0 for 1 today, looking for his first RBI. Just 1-1. Montgomery takes low and in for ball 2. Packers have scored a run in every inning so far. Got a 6-4 lead, a chance to extend it. They already have 1 home in the inning on the Zach Vuletich sac fly that drove in Kimball Schussler. And Jonas Sebring and Jared Sundstrom singled in consecutive at-bats. Give another scoring threat. This one's going to get off the glove of Sikowski. Sundstrom's going to score standing up, and it's 7-4.
That's an unfortunate pitch there for the Seals. 1 strike from getting out of this and now tacking on another run. And bringing the count to full.
Still an RBI opportunity for Montgomery with Sebring over there at third. 2 home in the inning, and they've got their largest lead of the day. They're up by 3. It's 7-4. Here's the payoff pitch. Chops it over to the third base side. Nice play over there by Ferguson. Throw to first is not in time, and it rolls away. Run scores, and the Packers take an 8-4 lead.
That was a tough ball to field there. Excellent job of being able to keep that throw alive there.
Number 6, Joe Kramer.
We talked about this ball club being able to score in many different ways, and there we see just now. 1 off a sac fly, 1 off a pass ball, and 1 off an infield single, as well as the home run.
Well, this is no surprise. The Packers are back at it again. They've got 3 straight 2-out knocks. And there's going to be a mound visit on the mound for the Seals. We'll be right back after the break.
8 years old today.
Hello and welcome back. In the first pitch after a mound visit, flunked Joe Kramer.
Not the result I'm sure the Seals are hoping for after that mound visit, but still not too late here with 2 outs to stop the bleeding where it is for them.
Well, that's more ducks on the pond for Braden Runyon, who's driven in 4 today. He's got a home run and a triple. Montgomery at second, Kramer on first. First pitch to Runyon, misses in the dirt for ball 1. Ball, no strikes. This one rides inside.
Seals starter was going toe-to-toe with the Packers, but now seems to have lost his stroke here, and yet they elect to keep him in.
Two to Runyon misses upstairs, and it's 3-0. Well,
definitely one of the benefits of having a bullpen like the Packers is not having to put your guys in too long and see if they can get themselves out of it, but more so keeping their arms healthy, not afraid to get as we've seen today, a 3-inning start to get their best stuff out there.
Three won the count. Here's the pitch. Runyon hits it over to third. Fielded by Ferguson, they go to second the short way for the third out of the inning. But the Packers add on to their lead. It's 8-4. Fifth inning coming up after the break.
History, 1917. Despite a law banning Sunday baseball, the Brooklyn team beats the Phillies 3-2. They set up a Militia of Mercy wartime charity band concert, and they stick a baseball game in between. 12,000 folks attend. Despite the maneuver, the manager, Charlie Ebbets, and Will Robertson are arrested right after the game. What
spring there came a summer. Who would believe you'd come along? Hand, touching hand, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Alright, top of the fifth inning. Leading off for the Seals from San Francisco State, left fielder number 47, Falcon Magana.
Well, the Packers keep adding on to their lead, and the lead keeps extending. They're up 8-4 on the San Francisco Seals here in the fifth. And after what appeared was going to be a back and forth melee here in the early going, Christian Becerra has taken over nicely from Elijah Birdsong, who was able to settle down at the end of his 3-inning outing.
They both were able to change the back and forth tone of this game as two scorers now looking for a third for the Seals, and Packers pitching has never looked better.
Falcon Magana is ahead in the count 2-0. Something of note is that Packers have had 8 straight games with at least one inning where they've scored 3 runs or more. So they've done a really nice job getting the so-called crooked number up, being able to break a game open at any point.
Oh, they string together hits quite nicely when you have a lineup like this able to do stuff with 2 outs, 1 outs. Doesn't matter the situation, always looking to put more runs on the board, and that's definitely benefited them with some of these closer contests they've had.
And after the pitching got off to a fantastic start, they've come down to earth a little bit. This one driven out to deep left field, and it's going to split the gap in left center between Holcroft and Runyon. Magana is going to get on his horse. Do they hold him up at third? Yes, they do. It's a leadoff triple. It was a nice job by Holcroft
from Shippensburg University, number 33, Morgan Wyatt,
to hustle and track that ball down because Magana put the burners on. And the Packers get a good relay back in to hold the runner there at third.
That's just what the Seals were looking for to start this inning off, was what the Packers dreaded happening. So we'll see if they'll be able to stop this offense here.
Becerra jumps ahead on Kean Johnson after the fastball finds the zone for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Becerra took something off that one. And he's ahead 0-2.
Looking unfazed from that leadoff triple. Continuing to pound the zone as he always does.
Packers stranded 10 runners in the ballgame on Tuesday. They've stranded 4 so far. And there's a swing and a miss. Becerra blows a fastball right past the cleanup hitter. That's a big first out for the Packers.
Jafari Williams.
That was immediately taking back the tone that has been set in. Biting back after that triple.
Let's see if Becerra can keep the Seals off the board once again here in the 5th. After allowing 4 runs in the first 2 innings, the Packers have come back to work 2 scoreless in the 3rd and the 4th. Becerra's ahead 0-1 on Jafari Williams. This one gets away from Schussler. Magana scores standing up without a throw, and it's 8-5. Becerra maybe just yanked that pitch a little bit, and Kimball Schussler couldn't quite save it in time.
We've seen a lot of wild pitches, generate a lot of runs for the Seals early on in this game. Unfortunate way to get that runner in.
Foul tip into the mitt. Becerra lost his cap, but he's ahead 1-2.
Not letting that wild pitch beat himself up. Sometimes it can be refreshing to not have that runner over there. And he can now focus solely on the batter.
Swing and a miss. Becerra picks up his 4th strikeout of the ball game, and that's a big second out.
Now batting from Fairmont State, number 32, Caden Sikowski.
Becerra, a strikeout pitcher, and he has his strikeout stuff today. There's just 4 with an inning and 2/3 done.
There's a lot of swing and miss in this Seals team. That's 10 strikeouts already through the first 4 2/3. And in the home opener was famously the game where L.J. McDonough came in and punched out 10 batters in under 4 innings. Sikowski flies it out to center field. Holcroft's got it, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Seals get one back. It's 8-5. Bottom half coming up in just a moment.
Two Packers always want to tip our cap and say thank you to all the host families who house these young athletes. Thank you, host families. For the Seals from Lady College, number 40, Will Sessler. Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Three Packers from Portland University, DH number 2, Sam Brown.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. Sam Brown to lead it off against a familiar face. It's Will Sessler, who made the start for the Seals about a month ago back on opening day as Brown skies the first pitch into left field. And it's caught out there by Magana for out number 1.
Batting in New Texas, catcher number 8, Kimball Schuster.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars hide over the night beneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up.
Looking to jump on one early there. Sam Brown just not able to get the best contact that he was looking for and ends up having a 1-pitch at bat.
Will Sessler back on the 11th of June worked 6 scoreless innings here at Rec Park, punching out 6 batters, allowing just 1 hit. So this is one of the better pitchers for the Seals. And so far, their offense has kind of been able to chip away at this lead. Maybe they're thinking bring in the anchor now and have him go some distance.
It's an important time for the Seals to have some quality pitching. As you said, they're still in this game. 5-8 here, and Sessler, one of their better arms on the mound, looking to keep it at 8.
3-0 take all the way for Schuster, and he works a 1-out walk.
Center fielder number 1, Jake Holcroft.
Jake Holcroft with 1 out. Looks at ball 1. Holcroft is one of the hottest hitters on this team. He's hit safely now in 10 straight after his home run tonight. He's ahead 3 balls, no strikes. Sessler comes in with a fastball right down the middle, and it's 3-1. Holcroft fouls it off. Count goes full. Some other CCL action around the league here on July 1st. Walnut Creek Crawdads taking on the Lincoln Potters. And that's at Monte Vista High School, which is where the Packers will be tomorrow, as Holcroft lines it into right field for a base hit. Boy, everything that comes off his bat has really been hard these last couple weeks.
Second baseman number 12, Zach Vilovich.
That hard hit ball capability, something we see a lot in the Packers. It can be the difference between an out and a hit, especially when it's lined right in the infield like that.
And check that the Packers will be in Walnut Creek on Sunday after another matchup against the Seals tomorrow. That's same time, same place, 6 p.m. here at Rec Park. Here's the 9-hitter, Zach Vuletich. Got his 7th run batted in of the season back in the 4th with a sac fly. Chance to do more damage. And Vuletich hits it hard over to short, fielded cleanly for a 6-4 3 double play. Sessler puts out the fire, and the Packers can't add to their lead. It's 8-5. We head to the 6th right after the break.
Our next child is a 10-year-old, born this day, 2012, James Bulletproof Hersberg. Way to go, David's son, James. 10 years old today, nicknamed Bulletproof. You'll have to ask him why. Now the 6th inning for the Seals. Chapman, center fielder, number 20, Jake Moore.
We're in the top of the 6th here on this beautiful Friday evening at Rec Park in Healdsburg, California. Packers have an 8-5 lead on the San Francisco Seals, and Christian Becerra back out for his 3rd inning of work in relief of Elijah Birdsong. As the first pitch to Moore is fouled back for strike 1.
We left all our trash there, but I figured we'd go back and get it. Yeah, that's true. There's a back here.
Sessler going for his 3rd inning of relief. I think it's very beneficial for this bullpen to have these relievers that can go 3-4 innings, be able to get quality defensive efforts with less arms.
Becerra can certainly give you some length out of the pen. They tried him out as a starter at the beginning of the season. We'll see if that's a role he eventually takes on again at some point, but for now he's starting to find himself coming in relief. Moore fouls it off to the right side. We mentioned our PA announcer Dick Wigarski mentioned Andrew Vaughn's back in town. He's Chicago White Sox first baseman as Moore punches it foul once again to the right side, and there's quite a few of these packing the pros these days, and Andrew Vaughn is definitely one of the most recognizable, former number 3 overall pick. And he'll be playing against the Giants tonight, starting and batting second as Becerra punches out Moore. He's got another strikeout.
He had to walk a lot farther to get there,
Now batting from Dartmouth, DH number 16, Zachary Casabone.
Just shows the talent recognition that Joey Gomes has. Always they'd be able to find the best of the best to play for this organization.
Absolutely. Here's the Ivy Leaguer Casabone. Was hit by a pitch back in the second, came around to score. And he struck out his last time up. Becerra's got 5 punch-outs so far. That'll bring his season total up to 15. 1-0 finds the zone.
And he does his best work here when he's punching guys out. Only giving up 1 run so far. Looking to hold this Packers lead.
This one hit over to second. Vuletic fields it on a hop, throws to first in time. Round number 2.
Back next from Grambling University, second baseman number 36, Jameer Gibson.
Vuletic, a great option there at second base, always taking his time when the ball is hard hit. He knows that short throw can still vex some players if they're rushing it. Able to take his time to make a clean throw right there.
And so the only thing I've got going on Tuesday is the 4 o'clock poker guys.
The Packers pitchers starting to find their groove. They've retired 13 of the last 14 seals. And most of that is thanks to the guy on the mound, Christian Becerra. Won the count on Gibson. There's a fastball, finds the outside corner for strike 2.
Packers defense has become a brick wall here. Let a couple run through the cracks, mostly due to wild pitches, but definitely finding their strides now.
And that one finds the outside corner for a called third strike. Becerra retires the side in order. Score remains 8-5. Bottom of the 6th coming up after the break.
2,000 fans packed Yankee Stadium to watch Joe DiMaggio tie the great Wee Willie Keeler's Major League hitting streak of 44 games. Of course, DiMaggio would go on to reach 56, so the all-time record. The Bay Area kid, Joe DiMaggio, reaching 44 straight games on this day, 1941. Bottom of the 6th inning with the Blue Packers, UC Santa Barbara right fielder, number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Prune Packers up 8-5 on the San Francisco Seals. Looking to get their 2nd straight win after having an 8-game winning streak snapped on Sunday, or on Tuesday earlier this week against the Potters. One ball, no strikes to Sundstrom. He's 1 for 3 on the game, Singleton scored in the 4th. 2-0 on the way. Fastball finds the zone for strike 1. 2 on the count. Sessler kicks and fires. No. Home plate umpire signaled strike. And
coming UC Santa Barbara, shortstop number 4, Jonah Sebring.
Not sure what happened there, but Jared Sundstrom works a walk. And he's aboard on first. Here's Jonah Sebring. Sundstrom leads off the 6th with a walk. Sessler comes set, fires. Sebring lays off for ball 1. Comes inside. Sebring has to scoot off and out of the way of that one. 2 balls, no strikes.
And the top of his order here has just been so efficient with getting on base. Case in point here, Sundstrom starting us off well, as Sebring looks to do the same.
There's a strike. 2-1 runs inside, 3-1 the count. Mentioned earlier that the Packers lead the CCL in home runs with 28. If you're curious to know, Lincoln is in second with 24, and then Walnut Creek in third with 16. So really only the Potters have threatened the Packers in terms of overall power numbers. And then again, that's because they've played a lot more games than Healdsburg. Here's the payoff pitch to Sebring. Hits it hard over to short, fielded cleanly over there, flipped to second for one, return to first is in time for a double play.
Out of batting for University of Missouri, first baseman, number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
That's a bang play right there. Tough break for the Packers as they're trying to stack on this lead with the top of the order up, but see what Torrin Montgomery can do for the team.
So with one swing of the bat, Packers down to 2 outs here in the 6th. 1 ball, no strikes on Torrin Montgomery. Hits one hard out to right field. Williams is under it. He's got it. And that'll end the inning. Packers go down in order. Score remains 8-5. We've got the 7th inning of action coming up after the break.
May 8th, 1945. And like many of the great all-star baseball players who were coming back from serving in the military, well, you know, of course, so many of the greats served in the military. In this day in history, Hank Greenberg, heading back to Briggs Stadium in Detroit, Michigan, gets a standing ovation, 47,000 folks. He hits a home run on his first day back after being in the service for 4 years. The great Hank Greenberg in Detroit this day in baseball history. Well, right, everybody, the 7th inning. After the 7th inning, it's the last call inning. After the 7th inning, the concessions all close, the merchandise all closes. Last chance, last call at the end of the 7th inning. Whatever to get put away for the evening, including all of the beer being served. Putting off the top of the 7th inning for the Seals, college win number 10, Jake Ferguson.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast here from Rec Park. We're in the top of the 7th. The Packers are 9 outs away from getting their 2nd straight win and improving to 16-3 on the season, but Christian Becerra's got to get through the top of the order once again in the Seals lineup. It's Ferguson stepping up to the plate. Christian Becerra's in his 4th inning of work. He's punched out 6 batters. He's looked really good out of the pen once again. Oh, 1 on the way. Ferguson swings through the 1-1, and Becerra's knocking on the door of 7 punch-outs.
That he is, and now surpassing Birdsong in innings pitched, showing off that longevity that he has, even in the bullpen.
This one misses just off the plate. Ferguson checked his swing, held up in time, so the count evens up at 2-2.
That's not the call you want with 2 strikes on, but punch-out is still always a possibility with an arm like this.
In his 4th inning of work, this is the first full count Becerra has faced. Here's the payoff pitch. And this one is in for a called 3rd strike. Punch-out number 7 for Becerra.
Number 4, Derek Sims.
Let's It's a great location, just continuing to barely miss on the outside part of the plate, then driving him in, working that east to west really nicely with the full count, and able to get his 8th, is it now? 8th punch out of the game.
7 or 8, somewhere in there. Let's see. That's 7 punch outs.
7 punch outs.
He's trying to get his 8th right here against Derek Sims. He's ahead 0-1. Violent delivery, if you will. It knocks his cap off half the time. Kind of does that shimmy shake, and then it's a couple of really quick actions. And there's that 8th punch out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 straight fastballs, and it blows away Sims.
San Francisco State, number 47, Falcon Magana.
What's benefiting him with the strikeouts here is just getting ahead in the count. A lot of 0-1, a lot of 0-2 counts. And being able to get that final pitch through 8 times so far.
Here's Falcon Magana. Was fooled by a breaking ball for strike 1. Something I've noticed about Becerra is he kind of lulls you to sleep really slow with that little wiggle, and then a slow start to his windup, and then he comes home really quick. He can get that fastball up there. It looks to be at least low 90s.
I would say so. Definitely rocks a high 80s, low 90s fastball, and still got some great break in his arsenal. Very important for mix-ups, especially when you're seeing an order through multiple times. It's nice to be able to work that breaking ball for a couple strikes here and there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Becerra. There's check swing. Peel to first. He did not go.
Almost.
Becerra looking to strike out the side in order. Trying to get strikeout number 9, which is already well and away his season high. Came into this game with 10 strikeouts. Here's the 2-2, and it is in. Hits the outside corner for a called 3rd strike. 1, 2, 3 go the Seals. It's stretch time. It's 8-5 Packers. We got the bottom half coming up after the break.
From Santa Rosa, Frank is going to lead us in. Take me out to the ball game. It's all yours, Frank. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we never get back, 'cause it's root for the Packers. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Frank is here with his granddaughters. And he's a die-hard Yankee fan, but he said Packers anyway. Thank you, Frank. Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning from Cal State Northridge, number 6, Joe Kramer.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. Joe Kramer to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th, and the Packers looking to add to this lead. They're up by 3. It's 8-5, and Will Sessler has come in relief of C.J. Pino and picked up more or less where he left off back in the home opener, and he's held the Packers scoreless in a couple of innings of work so far.
It's important to not let them extend the lead if the Seals are going to make a run at this going down at the bottom of the 7th here. They're running short on opportunities, and they want to be able to catch up as much as they can in those opportunities. Harder to do with a bigger lead.
Kramer fouls it off right around home plate. This game moving pretty quickly. We're already in the bottom of the 7th, right at the 2-hour mark.
After a lot of back and forth at the beginning of this game, now both teams sort of settling in on the mound.
Kramer hits it hard over to short. It took a nasty hop on Sims, and he fell down before he could make a throw. It's an infield single for Kramer.
From the University of Mexico, number 15, Prune.
Up steps Braden Runyon, who has had himself a day. He's 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. He's got a home run and a triple.
A game changer for this lineup, the reason to have this lead here.
Runyon hits it into right field. It gets down for a base hit. Well, there you go. He's a double shy of the cycle. We'll see if he comes back up to bat here in the next couple of innings.
Collection, now batting from St. Mary's, number 7, Blake McDonald.
That's the type of at-bat right there that just makes me want to clap here from the broadcast booth. Jumping on the first pitch he sees, continuing to just see the ball fantastically this game and contributing with, like you said, another part of the cycle there. As McDonald comes in.
First two have reached against Sessler in the bottom of the 7th. Blake McDonald to pinch hit for Sam Brown. And he chops it foul down the third base line. McDonald went 1 for 3 with an RBI in the ballgame on Tuesday. Chops it foul once again to the left side, 0-2. Well, I've been a little mixed up. They played the Potters 2 games in a row, obviously, and that was the last home game was on Wednesday. So he went 1 for 3 with an RBI on Wednesday and 1 for 4 with the 2 RBI on Tuesday, both against the Potters. Sessler steps off, looking Kramer back to the bag at second.
And the pinch hit can only really be fully taken advantage of when the batter that's coming in can hit the ball like this guy can. Being able to come in this situation, hasn't seen any at-bats yet this game, and still being able to do a job, be productive here, is something that this young man can do.
Fastball misses high and tight. Packers haven't scored since the 4th, looking to get back on the board here. McDonald chops it foul once again, just left of the third base bag. On deck is Kimball Schusler. He's 1 for 2.
One of the few situations there where you'd rather have the ball go foul, because that could have very well led to a double play at Shank's way.
1-2 on the way. McDonald drives it to left field. Magana has got it for out number 1. Kramer advances to third, and the Packers have runners at the corners.
Now into the Texas, number 8, Kimball Schusler.
And that's the productivity you want from a pinch hitter there. Able to advance the runner to third with 1 out.
Pickoff move over to first. And a nice save over there by Johnson. Saving a run there for the Seals.
They cannot afford to let the Packers tack any more on the board here as the game starts to draw to the close.
5-8 the score, 1 down in the inning. Runners at the corner for Schuessler. Runner takes off with the pitch, and he's in with the slide. Adds stolen base to the incredible day that Braden Runyon has had.
Most certainly a game to remember, and it's not even over for him. With so much speed on this Packers lineup, pretty much any first and third situation will result in a steal. And a big one is that removes the force. And with 1 out, looking very promising here for the Packers to continue to tack some on.
1-1 the count to Schuessler. That was Runyon's second stolen base of the year. On deck is Jake Holcroft. Nice block by Sikowski. On a ball in the dirt, it's 2-1.
Very, very important block. This has been a game of wild pitches in many ways. A lot of runs have been scored because of it, and now some catching, making some adjustments to prevent some more happening right there.
And Schuessler lines it to left field. And it is going to be over the head of Magana. 1 run scores. Runyon scores a second. And it's a 2-run double for Kimball Schuessler.
Now batting for Portland University, number 1, Jake Holcroft.
Must have not had a great read out there starting to come in, and then realizing almost immediately that that ball was way over his head. 2 runs able to score there. Packers take it 10-5.
Second double of the game for Kimball. And that makes it 10-5 Packers in the bottom of the 7th. Still an opportunity to add on with Schuessler over there at second. Holcroft's had himself a nice day. It's gone 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. Packers once again in the double digits in the runs column. They've now scored double digits in 8 of their last 9. Really nice block back there by Sikowski. Showing off some agility there at the catching position.
It's not a position that's known for great mobility, but there being able to have that quick reaction time and have another great stop seems to be on a roll up back there.
2-1 to Holcroft. Takes a pitch that hits the outside corner for strike 2. Well, the book seems to say pitch Holcroft.
GC Santa Barbara number 4, Jonah Sebring. For this day in baseball history, 2012, in the National League, Buster Posey sets the all-time record for the National League, receiving 7.6 million votes for the All-Star Game. Buster Posey breaking the all-time record for 7.6 million votes for the All-Star Game 2012. Coming to pitch from UC Berkeley, number 24, Tyler Stasiowski.
Down there, buddy. Right down there. Sorry about that, as the foul ball raffle winner came up to us, mistaking us for PA announcer Dick Bugarski. It's bound to happen from time to time. Pinch hitter Morgan Wyatt chops it over to short. Sebring throws to first, and it's high. But Torrin Montgomery slaps the tag on him for out number 1.
Thanks from Shippensburg University. Number 0, Jafari Williams.
That's great vertical there to get up and get that off throw and then having the wherewithal to jump down and tag. Very nice play by Montgomery there.
And there is a new pitcher on for the Packers. It's Tyler Stasiowski, pitcher out of Santa Rosa Junior College. He's committed to play at UC Berkeley, where he'll be teammates with Christian Becerra, who he just relieved.
Such a fantastic relief it was. Racking up strikeout after strikeout. Had 3 strikeouts in his last inning of work. Just phenomenal stuff, exactly what you want from a relief.
That was 4 really solid innings for Becerra out of the pen. He punched out 9 batters, allowing just the 1 run to score. Really did a nice job of quieting down the Seals offense, which kind of had its way with Elijah Birdsong, at least in the first 2 innings. It allowed the Packers offense to kind of comfortably go to work.
He struggled when he first came in to start, but definitely paved the way for the rest of these pitchers. There's only 1 run that's been given up in the last 5.
2-2 the count on Jafari Williams. Stasiowski looking for his first punch out of the ball game. Hit hard to the left side, and it's nice job by Sebring to get a glove on it. Throw to first is well high and well late. It's an infield single for Jafari Williams.
The next in Fairmont State, number 32, Kaden Sikowski.
I was a little worried there with that off-balance throw from such a far distance that we could have seen a pass ball there, but luckily close enough for the first baseman to get a glove on it.
It was a tricky play over there for Sebring. It was lucky to even get a glove on it. There's Caden Sikowski, pickoff move over to first, and Williams is back in with a head-first slide. It was a rough go for Stasiowski in his season debut, or Stasiowski rather. Gave up 3 runs in an inning against the Novato Knicks. It was a tough blown save opportunity. Runner takes off with the pitch, and Schuessler can't quite find the handle there. Loses the grip, and Williams is in safely with the stolen base at second.
Very well-timed steal there. Most pitchers don't go for the second pickoff, able to run with the windup and get upstanding.
Off speed from Stasiowski, misses in the dirt. 2-1. Stasiowski was fantastic for SRJC. 14 games, worked 88 in the third, striking out 96 batters to a 3.57 ERA. So he was mostly a starter for Santa Rosa Junior College, but most of, in fact, both of his appearances this season have been in relief. There's the 2-2. Williams takes off. There's a strikeout, but they can't get the throw him out.
Batting, Chapman. Correction, now batting number 2 from number 2, Dayton Kuzman.
I don't see a lot of steals to third in this league with the catching and throwing being what it is, but able to get a great jump on it, and with the bat being swung, able to get in there safely.
Seals starting to empty out the bench as Dayton Guzman comes in to pinch hit for Jake Moore. 2 down in the inning, runner on third. Stasiowski looking to strand him there, and gets ahead with a fastball for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Broke off the plate. Guzman came up empty, and it's 0-2. This one gets away from Schuessler, and yet another run scores on a wild pitch for the Seals. It's 11-6.
If there were to be one thing, one blemish on this fantastic game that the Packers have had, it would definitely be the occasional wild pitch, especially with runners on. So you can see there another run crosses because of it.
1-2 on the way. Just a bit off the plate. Home plate umpire doesn't bite, and it's 2-2.
And neither does the batter there, just a stone cold take with 2 strikes, 2 outs, just not liking the location.
Guzman skies it foul to the right side. So tomorrow night we're back here, same time, same place, same team against these San Francisco Seals, and if the Packers can hold on to this one, be looking to go for the clean sweep of the Seals on the season series. 2-2 on the way. Fouled back to the screen. Zach Casaubon on deck for San Francisco. Got him. Stasiowski punches out Guzman to end the inning. Seals get one home. It's 11-6. Bottom of the 8th coming up after the break.
This game, the Seals are coming back at 6. On Sunday, the Prune Packers head over to Walnut Creek Crawdads, playing the noon game on Sunday. And of course, Monday night, 4th of July, 5 o'clock. Games of 1 hour earlier. Play the Santa Rosa A's coming to town 4th of July, right here, 5 o'clock. Plenty of time for the 10 o'clock fireworks at the high school. Now coming in pitch from Lady College, number 39, William Cohen. Batting from University of Missouri, number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast. We're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Packers with a comfortable 11-6 lead, and there's a new pitcher on for the Seals. We await a name for that pitcher as Torrin Montgomery steps up. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. And this one does in fact come into Clip Montgomery. So the new pitcher comes in and hits the first batter he sees.
UC Berkeley, number 10, Carson Crawford.
After a close call on the first pitch of the at-bat, that time just now in the back, having some control issues early on. So we'll see if he can get out of it here and lead out what it is.
Carson Crawford coming in to hit for Joe Kramer. Carson last came into play on Tuesday in the loss at Lincoln. He was 0 for 1 in that game. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Lifts one foul out of play to the right side. 2-1. Packers can hold on. This would be their 11th win here in 12 games this season at Rec Park. So there's a foul tip off the bat of Crawford. That would be their 8th straight win here in front of the home faithful.
This is a very streaky team when it comes to wins, when it comes to hitting, just always performing.
Streaky in a good way.
Well, certainly you rarely see any back-to-back losses. They haven't had one this season.
Have to really go dive into the archives to find the last time the Packers have lost 2 straight. 'Cause it didn't happen all of last year either. 2-2 to Crawford. And it just does catch a piece of his bat. He fouls it off down the first base line. Well, once again, I think a theme of this game, at least in the early going, was for the second straight game, at least, the pitching got off to a little bit of a tough start, but stranding runners on base and limiting damage for the second straight game has really paid dividends for the Packers as Crawford chases a high fastball and strikes out swinging.
Now batting from University of New Mexico, number 15, Braden Runyon.
Well, this is a big at bat for Braden. He's going for the cycle. He homered in the first, tripled in the third, and singled in the 7th.
And you know it's all that's on his mind at this at bat. I've heard some chirping around the ball club about the potential.
And Runyon hits it over to third, and that's going to be not quite a double play, but it's not a double either. So Runyon gets aboard on a fielder's choice. Darn.
Now batting from Texas Tech, number 3, Loudon Brooks.
Looks like a good cycle for him today, but 4 times on base, a solid contributor, 4 RBIs. Nothing wrong with the game he's had today for sure.
Absolutely. Braden Runyon has had himself a really nice ball game. And Loudon Brooks comes into pinch hit. So that DH spot, 6th in the order. This is the 3rd man to fill that spot. Sam Brown started and then was pinch hit for Blake McDonald, who is now being pinch hit for by Loudon Brooks.
And it's important, especially with a game that's winding to a close, to get as many people as you can in the batter's box. I think seeing pitches day in and day out can be very beneficial for a ball club.
One the count. Brooks takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Packers have out-hit the Seals 14-7. And have outscored them by 5. Both teams have an error apiece. 2-2 to Brooks. Running at first. And it's going to bounce and kick off the backstop Sikowski. So Runyon makes it into second.
There's been a lot of wild pitches this game, and that very well could not be the last. Both staffs having a little bit of trouble today, but still a lot of consistent hitting, a lot of consistent runners on base to be able to take advantage of these wild pitches.
Payoff pitch to Brooks. He fouls it off the mask of Sikowski. Believe it or not, the Packers have actually stranded more runners on than the Seals. That is largely due in part to the fantastic relief outings from Christian Becerra and then from Tyler Stasiowski. Brooks fouls back to the screen. Count stays full. Becerra set down 12 of the 13 batters he faced in that relief appearance. Runner off with the pitch. And Brooks fouls it back for the third straight time.
An ideal pitch hit appearance so far, making the pitcher earn this final out in the bottom of the eighth.
Payoff pitch. Hit over to third. A nice grab over there at the hot corner. Throw to first is a little wide, but a nice job by the first baseman Johnson to apply the tag. Really nice play over there by Jake Ferguson to end the inning. Score remains 11-6. Ninth inning coming up after the break.
Shout out to our featured sponsor tonight, Black Iron and Son of Ronnie Black. Thank you so much, Ronnie, and for continuing to support the Prune Packers year after year. Fantastic person, fantastic company, Ronnie Black and Black Iron. Coming to pitch from Wichita State University, number 30, LJ McDonough.
I like this guy. He's my best friend.
Athlete out of the ninth inning for the Seals from Dartmouth, number 16, Zachary Casabone.
Ninth inning of action coming at you here from Rec Park in Healdsburg, California on this beautiful Friday night. And the Prune Packers up 11-6 on the San Francisco Seals. New pitcher LJ McDonough on to face the bottom of the Seals order, and he retires Casabon with one pitch to get it started.
The batting comes in number 18, Parker Falzone.
Sounded like maybe a partially split bat there, but Kramer's still able to trail in and make a great play, great effort there. And that's about as close as it gets to being there from up here. I thought it hit him square in the back.
Well, welcome into the ball game. First pitch you see off the bench. High heat inside. Well, LJ McDonough really had one of the best outings of his career against these Seals. He struck out 10 batters in 3 2/3 innings pitched. That was just an incredible sight to see, especially on opening day. He's ahead 1-2 in the count. Comes set, fires. This one Hit over to first, fielded by Montgomery. And he'll step on the bag for out number 2.
Batting comes in number 10, Jake Ferguson.
Jake Ferguson is up with 2 outs. Last chance for the Seals, who are down by 5. Swing and a miss. McDonough brings the heat. He's ahead 0-1. With the win, the Packers improved to 16-3. And with the loss, the Seals fall to 8-11-1. Packers far and away the best team in the CCL this year, and they've also done well against their non-league opponents. With a win today, they would be 5-0 in the non-league games, despite the fact that a lot of those games have been pretty close, including this one early on.
That's because they bring the hustle, league game or not. Even with contested games, able to come out on top because of that extra grit, that tenacity that Joey Gums looks for in his players.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Packers are 1 strike away from closing out an 11-6 victory over the Seals. Here's the pitch. It is in for a called 3rd strike. LJ McDonough works a clean 9th inning, and the Packers secure their 2nd straight win. They win 11-6 over the San Francisco Seals. And a pretty good ball game all around for the Pack today, Andy.
I would say so. If one thing they need to work on, it's definitely that wild pitch, being a brick wall behind the plate. And for most teams, that could have been the difference between a win and a loss. But when you're pumping out runs like this team is, Brandon Runyon with a fantastic game. There's so many quality at-bats, quality runs, quality home runs. And they're able to surge ahead and get a comfortable win here against the Seals.
Well, this game got off to a hot start. Elijah Birdsong ran into some trouble early, giving up 2 runs in the first. And then Braden Runyon hit a 2-out, 3-run jack in the bottom half to give the Packers the lead. And then the Seals rallied back once more, getting 2 in the second. And the Packers tied it up with a solo shot from Jake Holcroft in the second. And then from there, Birdsong worked a clean 3rd inning, punching out, I believe, 2. He might have struck out the side in order. I'd have to go back and look. Yes, he did. He punched out the side in order, and that's kind of when the game tipped in the Packers' favor. They were able to score a whole bunch of runs, and then Christian Becerra came in, followed up by Tyler Stasiowski, and then McDonough. All worked fantastic out of the bullpen to shut down the Seals. And we're going to see these teams play tomorrow night, so we'll see if the Seals can, keep it going for more than just 2 innings tomorrow.
That's what they're hoping for, is a pivotal point in the game when our bullpen came in, shut them down. They looked like a whole different team up there at the plate. They're going to be looking to make some adjustments and come out with a little bit more fire throughout the game tomorrow.
That'll do it for tonight's ball game here at Rec Park. Once again, final score 11-6 Packers over the Seals. I want to thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock on YouTube tomorrow. Same team, same time, same place. From Rec Park and for Andy Campbell, I'm Hayden Weber.